So, what? What the fuck? What? 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 What am I seeing, bro? What is? What? CJ, you want to explain yourself? What is this?
I don't know.
What is this
I
running
don't know
on
what
your
you talking about, dog.
background? Is show me something, man.
I don't know what you talking about, bruh. Okay, I need to go make my fucking McDonald's order for fucking McDonald's, the McDonald's meal. I need to get that.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Dudes Talk Sports. I'm your host, DJ. I'm joined by my co host, CJ, and we're bringing you guys back with another banger. A good, interesting weekend of sports, specifically in the realm of NBA and NCAA basketball. Once again, we couldn't be joined by our co host, Big Thug. He had quote unquote more important things to do, whatever that means. Um, you know, who knows? Wishing him all the best on whatever endeavors he's up to. But it'll just be us two today. But it's all good because we got a nice banger for y'all today, man. Just like last week. Listen, man, it don't matter who's with us. We're going to keep pumping out this amazing content. It's only going to
My
keep
hair looks
getting
like
bigger.
shit. Anyways,
Hey, man,
keep going.
we good. We good. Yeah, we here, man. Shit don't even look that bad, bro. I'm not going to cap. Yeah, you know what, CJ? Things could be
What?
worse. You could have choked the chance at winning the national title, man. Listen, Houston, they had the
They
chance.
they cooked
They
in the
they were
beginning.
cooking. They were cooking, man. But
You know,
they
when it
just
came out to
unfortunately couldn't
serving,
come out on top, man. Listen,
when it
guys,
came out to serving,
Florida
they
is no
dropped the
joke.
plate. They
Indeed,
dropped the
man.
plate.
They dropped the plate. Florida staged yet another second half comeback to edge out Houston 65 to 63 in a game that epitomized a clash of styles. Houston's top ranked defense against Florida's potent offense, the Cougars led by many as 12 points early in the second half, 45 to 33 with 17 and 46 remaining, but the Gators chipped away, tying the game at 60 with 3:14 left on a Walter Clayton Jr. three-pointer. The final minutes featured intense back and forth action, with Florida taking the lead for good on a Will Richard jumper with 103 remaining, making it 64 to 63. Houston's LJ Cryer missed a potential game-tying jumper with 8 seconds left, and a defensive stop at the buzzer sealed Florida's victory. The Gators overcame a sluggish first half, 28 points, 9 turnovers to outscore Houston's 37 to 32 in the second, finishing their tournament run with a 36 and 4 record. Let's get into some box scores, man. You got Walter Clayton Jr., Florida guard, scoring 17 points on 6 of 15 of shooting, 3 of 8 from the 3, with 4 rebounds and 2 assists in 35 minutes after a scoreless first half, 0 for 4. Clayton erupted for 17 points in the second, including the game tying 3 with 3 minutes and 4 left. On top of that, we got Will Richard from Florida leading the Gators with 19 points on 8 of 14 shooting, 3 of 6 from the 3, adding 5 rebounds and 2 steals. His first 14 first half points kept Florida in the game, and his jumper with 1-3 remaining in the second half gave Florida the lead. Thomas Hill, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but he contributed 10 points and 6 rebounds off the bench. Critical energy, like we were kind of talking earlier, man. It's always important to have your bench players, fill in the lead when your starters are resting in those key moments. We got LJ Cryers from Houston, paced the Cougars with 18 points on 6 of 14 shooting, 4 of 9 from the 3, with 3 rebounds and 2 assists. His scoring kept Houston ahead for much of the game, but he missed a crucial shot late. We got Malik Wilson, guard, who scored 14 points on 6 of 11 shooting, adding 3 rebounds and 2 steals. Wilson's 7 points in the first half helped build Houston's lead. We also have Javier Francis, who added 10 points on 5 of 8 shooting with 6 rebounds and 2 blocks, dominating the paint early. Here's what I think, man. Houston had it. They were honestly doing really well in the first half. And this is the one thing that I will say about Florida, like just watching them really closely as of the past recent, man, is Florida, man. They'll be pretty silent in the first half, but the second half they could be scary, man. They will start
Just
cooking.
facts.
Clayton Jr., man, he's like he usually doesn't get hot till towards the end, man. That's just how it's been when he was in the past couple of games that Florida played. What do we got in there, man? What drink
I
of
finished
choice?
it. I finished it, but it was some water and like just some like hydration shit. Some liquid IV, you know.
Liquid IV. Okay.
Liquid IV, which is
Solid.
strawberry liquid IV.
Solid. I just got some green tea right now.
Now,
Got some good old green tea. Oh, we got some Kirkland water.
Kirkland water.
The one and only, the classic. Shout out Costco.
You know vibes. Costco.
Exactly, man. Let's go over some key plays, man. We got Clayton's awakening. After not scoring until the 14 and 57 mark of the second half, Clayton's layup sparked a 27 and 18 Gators run, tying the game at 60 with his three-pointer at 3 minutes and 14. We also got some final minute drama, man, which Richard's jumper at 1 minute and 3 gave Florida a 64 to 63 lead turnaround for Florida. Houston's Emmanuel Sharp missed a jumper with 30 seconds left, and after a Florida free throw, Richard's 1 of 2. Cryer's fadeaway with 8 seconds remaining rimmed out. A last second Houston attempt was blocked as the time expired. This was going back to, Houston just not being able to put the game away to a Florida team that is known to come back, man. Houston's defense, Cougars ranked number 1 in defense and held Florida to a 38.5 shooting, 25 of 65, and forced 15 turnovers. But like I said, wasn't enough for the Gators' late surge. And with the help of Clayton's resilience, man, it's he's gonna go down as one of the greats in tournament legacy. Since Auburn and even going back to that Duke game, bro. It's like, or not the Duke, yeah, that game, the Auburn game, man. It's like, can you really stop him? And even going
Oh,
back to Texas
excuse me.
Tech, like they cooked in that one, and that's game 2. CJ, I think it's a no-brainer that Clayton Jr. is a potential NBA star. Let's go over some quick storylines before we really just
Good role play
cement our thoughts.
at the beginning. Could be a good role play.
For
Spot,
sure, man.
maybe.
This is Florida's third title, with the first being in 2006, 2007, and now again in 2025, with 39-year-old Todd Golden becoming the youngest coach to win since Jim Valvano in 1983, outdueling 69-year-old Kelvin Sampson. On top of this, as great as it is for Florida, we have to talk about the other side, Houston, as their drought continues. Houston fell to 0-3 in national championship games 1983, 1984, and again 2025, despite their 7th Final Four appearance, the most without a title in all of NCAA history. We also have to talk about Clayton's historic run, man. In Clayton's tournament heroics, back-to-back 30-point games in both the Elite Eight and the Final Four, followed by a clutch second half here. He's drawing comparisons to, the names of Kemba Walker and Shabazz Napier.
Oh, Napier.
Yeah.
Napier, not bad player. Definitely was decent. Pretty average player. So
For
he
sure.
has. It looks like they're giving him the ceiling of what he could be, like his greatest potential, and then you have Shabazz Napier. So
Yeah, that's his floor, man. And kind of what I was going about with the comebacks Kings, Florida's 5th double-digit comeback of the tournament, trailing 45 to 33, underscored their resilience, finishing 36-4, while Houston's 35-5 season ended in a heartbreak. This was honestly just cinema, man. I'm gonna be honest. Like throughout the whole game, it felt close. It felt like Florida was in the game, but I never really got the sense that Florida's like spark, that fire that we're always so used to seeing, didn't come back towards late. And like again, this has to do with Clayton's comeback, man. He's always gonna be silent first half, but the second half, you can always count on him to have that performance. And there's a reason why he's getting comparisons. There's a reason why he's being talked about in potential NBA buzz. CJ, what are your thoughts? Not just on this game itself, but What do you think? Do you think, in my personal opinion, I think there's going to be some players here that we're going to see in the NBA playing some meaningful minutes, whether it's, coming off the bench or a potential starter on a really rebuild needy team.
Probably on the rebuild teams. I feel like more players are gonna be needed on the rebuild teams. Uh, probably on like teams that already like solidified. Oh my fuck, I can't
Solidified?
use big words. Solidify. Oh, whatever that shit. Can't speak English. Whatever. Solidified. Solidified. Yeah, there we go. Now I can say it. Um, but I feel like those they definitely ride the bench more often. Probably I'd say give or take 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Because they already have what they want, they already have the piece together, and maybe like to set up for the future, stuff like that.
Like depth pieces almost? Or is that what you're kind of
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Got you. Yeah. I can totally see that. I can also see like some guys kind of not actually I like that comparison. I think there's some guys that are potential like borderline starters, but more on like those like teams that don't really have stars on them. That's probably where I can see them shine. But overall, man, this was by far a fun March Madness for me. Probably the first time I've been so immersed into it. What do we got? We got chocolate chip cookies.
Well,
Okay. Yeah.
Nutella biscuit. If you ever find these, top them. They're fucking great.
I've never heard of those until right now, this moment.
People are watching the pod. I'm putting you on something. Trust. Always, I'm gonna give you some actually. When I go get my food, I'm gonna come by and drop some off. I got you.
That's so. You're gonna put me on, y'all.
I'm gonna
We'll,
put you on.
we'll put that as a short. Me trying Nutella biscuits for the first time. Some YouTube Shorts comment. You know?
Yes, sir. Come out, giving you to in the whip. Just you go. Grab off.
Exactly. But man, I love this game. This was awesome, man. Like, honestly, ever since the Elite Eight, this is where like prime time NCAA March Madness is where it's at, man. This is why it is continuously talked about. There is a reason why I feel like it should be considered a national holiday. Like we need to stop all jobs. We need to stop school because we need to celebrate March Madness. Shout out my English teacher, Mr. Haven, bro, because in English class when March Madness was going around, this man understood the assignment. He would play the games and we would just appreciate greatness, man. That's probably one of the boys from my class. Hey, shout out Kiosh, bro. He doing his thing, man. He out there doing his thing in NCAA basketball. I guarantee you, he probably saw that and he said, "I'm gonna be great." Like this dude is showing us March Madness in English class. Like I gotta lock in. What?
Jared McCain just posted a YouTube video.
Such a random. That's so random. I was like, Jared
Hopefully we
McCain.
can see him actually. Hopefully we can see him next year pop off, dude. Because Loki, he was balling. Loki was balling. And when he was in college. And when he was in college.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
hooping in college.
I'll give you that. McCain was a hooper in college. That's a nice
That guy
what if
was a hooper.
storyline. But
Would he have won? Do you think he'd still win Rookie of the Year? Like if he was still right now still playing.
if he was still playing, I think he would definitely like have a fighting chance. It would definitely.
You think Stephon Castle is putting up a fight? He's number one right now.
I don't know. I might. If he was still playing, because it all depends, because you never know if he was gonna slow down or not. Like he
That
could,
stretched for like 2 months.
because that stretch he was on was nice, and I think given that stretch and that continued momentum, I personally would have leaned over more McCain or Jared McCain over the current favorite. Yeah. Because I'm not, and that's not to take away from Castle either.
Yeah, Castle's hooping.
Because he is hooping, but I just feel like the momentum that McCain was on, I feel like that would have given him the edge.
Oh yeah, for sure. especially like voting wise, I think they would definitely give it to McCain.
Because it's like Castle's the
I feel
number
like
one.
Sixers would definitely be in a better spot as well. I think he would win them a couple games, put them in a better spot than they are now. That one, like a 1-2 punch with Quentin Grimes. I'm just saying.
Sixers are cooked. They're just
But
cooked.
but it, but next year, hopefully, I'm not a Sixers fan, but I do want to see McCain succeed. 1-2 punch with Quentin Grimes and him.
Trade away Paul George. Embiid's gonna have to medically
Uh,
retire.
I mean, if you want to keep Paul George for like, I guess like like just having an old head there, a veteran in there, I guess.
Nah. There's no need. Like
Yeah,
I
the
would
need.
I I would rather have, if we're talking about veteran presence, I'm not overpaying for someone like Paul George just for the sake of veteran presence. Like I get it, it's PG, but like
Yeah, he's definitely slowing down. He hasn't been playing.
no. No, not at all. Like that's just my thing is they gotta reshape that roster. Also with Embiid's injuries, man, I'm gonna just say it, bro. It might be time for him to medically retire. Either move on from him or trade him. But I don't know what team is gonna wanna, trade for like somebody like Embiid who's known for injuries, like that. He can't
Injury
stay
prone.
healthy.
I mean, we traded. I mean, that's because this was a dumbass trade, but Luca for AD. That happened. Maybe MB could be traded. Who knows? Like a Lamelo.
LaMelo is I see that one
Lamelo is
happening.
also he's also injury prone. He's also getting injured and stuff like that. So
He is, yeah. But I still think people are gonna willing to be trading for him. With Embiid, you got to deal with like the contract and whatnot.
yeah.
And I mean, yeah, Lamelo
I
is
mean,
never gonna beat the Hooper allegations like street ball, acting like he's playing street ball.
he just hooping to hoop. He's not really hooping. That's what it seems. He's not. I'm not saying that he is, but it seems like he's just hooping just to hoop.
Yeah,
You know,
like he
not
not.
hooping to win.
Yeah,
You know,
and
type shit.
that's definitely one of the character concerns with them.
Oh yeah. I
Is
mean, we love Lamelo.
of course, man. It don't. I'm always be a Lamelo fan, bro. We team Lamelo here. We want Lamelo to win.
Lamelo's the Warriors.
There's a reason he can hoop. Lamelo to the
Imagine
Warriors,
Lamelo just.
man. Hey, if he come to the Warriors, hey,
Or if
man.
he comes to any Cali team, that'd be sick because Chino Hills. He was in Chino Hills.
He wasn't Chino Hills, but he not no Laker. He a Warrior.
He definitely a Clipper for
We
sure.
gonna have Jello Ball pulling up to the Bay.
Oh hell no! Don't do
Hell
that. Do not
yeah.
do that.
Yes, sir. If that happens, bro, Jello gotta tap in with me. We'll get you right. We'll get you right with them West Coast beats. You want some real Bay Area shit, man? There ain't nobody better than me, bro. I'll tell you that. We'll just get you right. And then you can have fucking Lonzo. I know Lonzo. He loved being a bull,
Oh yeah,
but
did you hear about Jello? He was like, "No, I made those lyrics." Did you hear about that?
I
He
did
li-
not
he
hear
he
about that.
on Spotify. You know how it says Lonzo made the lyrics,
Yeah,
right? And he was like, "No, I made that shit."
that's cap. Listen, man. Don't ever believe what these fucking rappers say because, well, actually, I don't know if I want to get into that because the credits, what you see, isn't always what it's supposed to be. A lot of the times, artists get left out. Some of your favorite songs were written by some great artists, bro, and you would have never known
Yeah.
they were written by them. So that's what I'm saying. And I only know this because when you really deep dive into an artist instead of the works they worked on, for example, I think what's the most recent one is valid, but Ye produced 2024 on Cardi's album. He got left out on the production credits. That's just what it
Yeah.
is.
I mean, I'm
Uh,
pretty sure that's just like the fucking label doing that shit.
yeah,
Sometimes it's just the label.
labels do a lot. I mean, yeah, obviously, labels don't want nobody taking credit other than the label themselves. If the label could take credit for making the album, they would fucking do it themselves. That's
I
why
mean,
most
Lonzo even said that he didn't write.
Lonzo said he didn't write.
Oh, that's what he's saying.
So
And
then
then
how did
people
he
are
get?
saying that he didn't. I don't even know.
So then if he didn't say, then how did he get the credits then? If he didn't write it, then he say
That's what I'm
I
saying.
thought he said he wrote it. I
That's
thought
what
it had been established prior to it that Lonzo did write the lyrics.
that's what I thought, but I don't know.
I don't be
Yeah,
in.
right now it's like he's saying this. It's like a he said she said type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so yeah, well, I
But I
guess the
mean,
world will
it don't
never
matter.
know.
The song's still fire. Song's still fire.
I'm gonna be honest, it don't really change much to me because I still feel like Jello, like it's still fire. Jello's clearly he's gonna be a rapper, bro. He's gonna have his presence in the music scene. I just think he checks all the boxes, man. Personally speaking, like that's that big baller brand.
Sorry.
But pivoting away from that, let's talk about some earlier March Madness hot games that happened in the weekend.
Duke.
Starting with Duke versus Houston. And this was the thriller that I feel like really sparked and cemented things. I was watching this, man, back at the BNB. We had just gone back from the day. We were just trying to chill. And man, we were just glued to our seats, man. I was watching my bracket cuz I had Houston winning. I needed them to win in order to get the perfect bracket going. It's unfortunate though because obviously with Houston losing the national title game, my bracket was cooked. But it was fun while it was lasted. Having a 99.6 percentile bracket during that time was definitely fun. But it is what it is, man. Listen, Houston staged a remarkable comeback, overcoming a 14-point deficit with 8 minutes remaining to defeat Duke in a thrilling semifinal matchup. The Cougars' suffocating defense ranked number one nationally in points, allowing 58.3 per game, hailed Duke to just one field goal over the final 10.5 minutes. Houston closed the game on a 9-0 run in the last 33 seconds, erasing Duke's lead and securing their first national championship game appearance since 1984. Duke, led by AP Player of the Year Cooper Flagg, appeared poised but faltered late, unable to counter Houston's physicality and defensive tenacity. Let's go over
And he
some.
missed. And he missed the shot.
He did, man. There's no
He missed the
denying
shot.
that. Box score.
He was.
LJ Cryer, Houston guard, led all scorers with 26 points on an 8 of 14 shooting, including 6 of 9 from 3-point range. Cooper Flagg finished with a game high 27 points on an 8 of 19 shooting, adding 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. Flagg was dominant for much of the game, but couldn't convert a crucial mid-range jumper in the final moments that could have tied or even won it for Duke. And we also got Emmanuel Sharp, Houston's guard, who contributed 16 points, including a critical three-pointer with 33 seconds left that cut Duke's lead to one possession, sparking the late rally. We also have Joseph Tugler, who recorded 4 blocks and a key tip and dunk late in the game that brought Houston within 1 point, setting the stage for the final push. Which, shout out Tugler, man, played his ass off in that national championship game, doing all he could, man, with that defense. He also got Jaywan Roberts, added 2 free throws with 19.6 seconds left to give Houston their first lead since early in the game at 68-67, finishing a clutch sequence. We also have Con Napel, Duke's forward, who scored 16 points with 12 coming in the first half, helping Duke build off an early lead. His scoring tapered off late as Houston's defense tightened. Which, listen, man, it was unfortunate. I mean, with Cooper Flag, capture the
I think a
flag.
lot of people had. I think a lot of people had Duke.
Oh,
For sure.
100%, bro.
A lot of people had Duke winning on this one.
Yeah.
Just, I think it's just because of that one player, Cooper. I mean, it's Cooper Flag.
And
He
that's
is.
the thing. That's the crazy thing about it is like,
He's also a
Who?
freshman.
Yeah. See,
I
that's
mean,
the
you guys. This is the thing that people were expecting too much out of one player, especially like the hype around this player. Who like everyone was having him be like hyping him up. You know
right.
those runs with those NBA players and shit like that. Everybody be like, oh shit, he's gonna be in the NBA or this that. I'm like, come on, can't expect too much out of one person. That's the thing. That's my take. Out of that game, I think a lot of eyes were on him for sure.
100%. But I think that just comes with being a college athlete. Like, you're expected to be thrown in the spotlight. And in March Madness, bro, like, I'm not here to justify like, crazy fandom or whatnot. I'm just here to say like that's just how it is. That's just how it goes, especially like in the collegiate level. Like, I feel for college athletes, bro, because it's like you're put on such a high pedestal. You're expected to like basically act like non-human, man. Um, and this is one of the things that I feel like I like. I feel like I see a shift in with like players coming out with more podcasts and whatnot. And just kind of letting it be known to the world like at the end of the day we're humans. We're all adults. And we're gonna converse the way we're gonna converse, right? There is not one shape formula for how we should converse. So who is like these people, right? To essentially tell us how we need to have social how we need to have dialogue. Like, you're not God. You're not no dictator, bro. Like, it's free speech, bro. It's America. We can talk however we want to talk. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to support whatever athlete that you want. Like, that's your personal choice. But like to force that onto the player, I don't understand it, man. But I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what sport you're in. You're always gonna have bad actors. You're always gonna have crazy fans who are just aren't representative of the whole fan base. So that's always gonna be something that comes with life and just everything in general, man. But I think Cooper Flag will be straight, man. I mean, being in Duke, just having the history behind that program and all the great players
Oh
that
yeah.
have coming out from that program, like he's gonna be straight. He's gonna have good mentorship. He's gonna have good people in his circle, guiding him and just talking him through the process. But yeah, it is also crazy, right? Like these are the biggest moments in the biggest games, in the world pretty much, or at least here nationally. And it all rides on like, these 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds pretty much, 18-year-olds even. Uh, and just being able to perform up in clutch time. So it's definitely tough, man. But honestly, I was surprised, bro, because this is also like Coach K. The Coach K era is done in Duke and gone, and so for them to continue to like keep the momentum going even after Coach K's gone, like personally, I'm definitely impressed by that. But I'm also excited too because it's like it adds more parity. It gives like other teams a chance to get in there. And even though like Duke is always like that dominant team, like it goes without saying like we've always had different teams face up when it comes to like the final national championship game. Obviously, we had like the recent with UConn being repeats, which is nice. But honestly, it's cool, man. I think that these are the type of games that you don't get in the NBA, really. This is like,
There's not that many games that are like.
nah, and that's what I
I
love
mean,
it.
every college like they got their own players and their own play style, and they're all recruiting from everywhere. So eventually every team's gonna have like that willpower, that the drive to try and win one for sure.
But NIL definitely makes everything a lot tougher because roster turnover is going to be happening every year. So a lot of the key for a lot of these teams that made a staple or made an entrance in the tourney is can you retain the roster, and if you can't, can you replace those guys with similar quality guys that fit whatever culture that the coach is trying to pretty much instill into this team. And so honestly, that's been the long and never ending debate is NIL and who's going to come out on top. But there is one game I also want to touch upon, which is the Florida and Auburn game. because Walter Clayton Jr. and Florida's comeback is in full display here, man. Listen, I'll go over this one pretty quickly because I think the point has already been made in regards to Florida and regards to just March Madness in general. But I think it was worth giving Walter Clayton Jr. his props here because this was his career. He delivered a career high 34 points on 11 of 18 shooting, including 5 of 9 from 3-point range, with 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And of course, it goes without saying this was a second half explosion performance. Honestly, I didn't really think much of this game because Auburn, as good as they were riding it out, man, it was one of those things where Florida was just hot right now, and they were hot at the right time. Everything was going so well. And with a guy like Walter Clayton Jr. on that team, like, what can you do, man? What can you do? Like, maybe this might be a hot take. Clayton should have been the guy we was hyping up outside of Flag. Like, I know Flag is a generational guy, but it's hard to ignore what Clayton's doing on this team, man.
I mean, again, Flag this has a narrative compared to
No, 100%, man. Like, nobody was thinking.
Clayton Jr. Yeah, his narrative is definitely, it's like there's levels to, you know.
Yeah, man. And I think that'll be the interesting thing is one, I don't know if Clayton Jr. is going to declare for the draft, but if
Oh yeah,
he
I think Coop. I think he's declaring for the draft. I'm pretty sure. I think is
I
what
know
from what
he
I'm seeing. He's still like it hasn't been announced that he's declaring, but like right now it's like this.
it's at 50-50 still, or is
It's a
he
50. It's kind of like I think it's still 50 from what I've seen. I think it's still 50-50, but I think he's most likely to go towards the NBA.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure yet.
I could see like why he would want to go back to college for another year, get the collegiate experience. But at the same time, it's like when you're as big as somebody like Cooper Flag, it almost seems like the league might be making more sense. Unless
But
like he can get a
I mean, he's
fat
still young.
bag. At least he can get a
He's still
fat
young.
bag for NIL. Like that would be like the only thing keeping him in as well. Cause that money talks, man. But what can you do? It's a lot of hearsay, a lot of speculation, a lot of prediction. So let's get over to some more things that are actual facts as we pivot from the NCAA world to the NBA world. As we talk about,
Wait, before we go into any box scores, I do want to say that apparently James Harden has taken a jab at Paul George. Quote unquote. He's taking a jab at him, saying, quote, it's just a different team. It's a different team. We got guys that know their role and know what they're supposed to be doing consistently. And some people are saying that it might be a jab at Paul George. As he was there last year.
I was about to say Harden played with PG, right?
No.
While on the Clippers,
No.
because
I think. Wait, was he there? No, because he was. I think he was still on the Sixers. Harden, I think, came this year, right? Or am I wrong?
I don't know if that's really a jab at PG.
I mean, that's what people are speculating. It's a small jab at PG.
I don't know. I don't know if I really see that, man. Because I feel like that could really mean anybody.
Yeah. They know what it's supposed to do. Been doing on a consistently on a night to night basis from the beginning of the season.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then,
I don't know.
yeah, from the beginning of the season, it was a different team. What makes it different? He said personnel. You guys know, the players we had last year. I think that's the part where it's the jab. You know the players we had last year. I think that's where the jab comes from.
Yeah, because PG only joined this year, right? This was
Yeah,
first
then
year of the
also
Sixers.
Westbrook was there. I mean, Westbrook was also there, but like
Oh yeah, Westbrook
it
was.
could also be a jab at him. I don't know, but people are saying more towards Paul George from the
Cause
consistently night to night basis thing, like the basis thing, like the night to night basis. I think it is more towards Paul George, but
'cause I don't know about Russ, bruh. Like it could be.
I definitely Paul George, but because what didn't they trade? I don't remember if they traded him.
I don't know. That was so long ago. Wow. At least it feels so long ago. Wow, that's crazy. It's actually been a pretty eventful NBA season. I'm not too
Yeah,
sure.
he was trade. Yeah, because Westbrook was traded.
I do, yeah.
Paul George just decided not to resign. Is what happened because Westbrook was traded to the Jazz, and then he got bought out by the Nuggets because he got dropped from Utah. So yeah, that's just it's just a small thing that I wanted to point out.
I mean, all I'm gonna say is Harden playing nice. PG, not so much.
I mean, PG is PG. He hasn't touched a basketball in how many games is this already? Because I know he's out again. He hasn't been playing.
I think he's out for like the season now. PG
21 days
is.
ago.
Yeah.
He's yeah, he's been ruled out for the remaining of the season. But when he was playing, 60 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists on 43% shooting. It's
It's honestly crazy, like, now that I'm kind of like, in hindsight, looking back on it, how much PG's career like has been tainted, like, since his Sixers stint.
the Sixers and like the last year of the
The
Clippers.
Clippers, yeah. Like, that was just like, because you gotta think about it, bro. Like, PG a few years ago, we talking about, like, yo, that's PG.
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, it's PG.
Especially in the playoffs. Playoffs PG is
Yeah,
something
man.
for sure. But yeah, this season is definitely his worst season since the year on the Pacers.
I just don't
That
think,
one.
like, PG can't really say shit, bro. Like, how are you gonna back that up? Or, like, how are you gonna defend yourself? Like, really can't.
He's averaging below 10. Or no, wait, the last time he no. This is his what? One, two, three. This is his fourth lowest average for now. And it's only in 41 games.
41 games. Yeah. Poor PG, bro.
The last time he was near that area was in 2012 2013 season where he played 79 games and averaged 17.4. Now,
Yeah.
I believe that's when he was starting to make a name for himself too, I'm pretty sure. Because the next season he averaged what, 21?
Yeah.
So,
All I know is PG wanted the bag. He could have gone to a contender like the Warriors. I'm glad he didn't. He can stay on that side.
yeah, I mean, that run that he had on the Thunder was crazy though.
It was. That's
I miss Thunder. I miss him on the Thunder. Loki, when he was on the Thunder, he was nice. Loki nice.
OKC PG, man. That's a
Was
different one.
best PG I've ever seen.
It's like OKC KD, but you know what I'm
Hey,
saying? OKC, man, that's some interesting stuff, but let's pivot away to some actual performances by my Warriors, man. Let's go back to Thursday.
Thursday,
You remember what
Luca
happened
chokes.
Thursday?
Luca chokes. That's all I gotta say. If you actually saw what the fuck he just did on that one of those last plays, he got the ball. He went
Yeah.
Like, bro, they're not gonna call that soft
Moses
like
Moody.
too much too soft shit right there. That's just soft shit right there.
Shout out Moses Moody, man.
I mean,
Clamps.
LeBron did his thing. Reeves did his thing. Luca kind of did his.
Wait. Why do we
He
need
he
to
performed. He
be?
performed. He performed, but like
Why
not
do we
as
need to be vague? We could just get into it, man. Listen, the Warriors.
he didn't do that well.
Well, be vague about it. Let's deep dive into this, man. My Warriors held off a late Lakers rally to secure a 123 to 116 victory in a game that had playoff seeding implications in the West. Golden State led by as many as 16 points in the second quarter, but the Lakers fought back, closing the gap to within striking distance in the fourth. The Warriors' superior three-point shooting, 18 of 36, compared to the Lakers, 15 of 37, and clutch plays down the stretch proved decisive. This win brought Golden State within one game of the number 4th seed Lakers, with the Lakers sitting at 44 and 31 and the Lakers at 46 and 29
This is
at that point in
as
time.
of the game.
As
Yeah,
of
as of the
Thursday.
game.
Obviously,
Yes.
things have
But
changed.
now they're 2 games up.
We'll get into it. We'll get into that. Let
Now
me
we're-
first
now we're
take
two-
my victory lap, all right? I want to have my moment, man. Listen, key plays. We got Lakers who rally down 105 to 99 with under 5 minutes left. You got LeBron and Reeves hitting back-to-back threes, cutting the deficit to 7, 111 to 104. However, my GOAT, Stephon Curry and Pods responded with 3 of their own to maintain the lead. And in the final moments, Reeves' three-pointer with 34.6 seconds left made it to 121 to 116, but Doncic fouled Curry, who sank both free throws to seal the 123 to 116 win. Yes, sir.
I mean, whatever.
Can I add some input real quick, guys?
No.
Sorry for not being on the podcast here, but Women's League. If anybody's keeping up with Women's League basketball here, college basketball, big ups to UConn for winning the March Madness. I don't know if you guys cover that. This March Madness, I'm not too sure who won. I know Auburn sucks. Duke sucks for choking.
See, this is what we're talking about right now. See, this is what
When
we're
bro
talking about.
doesn't do the
Duke
assignment,
sucks
so he just
when
yapping. Hey, but for real,
when they don't perform, all of a sudden they're ass. This is the people what we're talking about. You see this?
this is we
the
gotta
people
load
that
this
we're
guy,
talking
man.
about.
This is
As
exactly who we just
covered this
described earlier. Thank you for proving our point.
I mean, you got a good
We
players.
discussed this earlier. He said Auburn's ass. Did you?
These games, the players need to execute what they've been doing all season. They can't fold under pressure because it's the fucking finals. That's not a good player. That's not a
Let
good
this
team.
be Exhibit 101. For
Yeah,
the
just like
average.
how the
And just like
2016
that-
Warriors wasn't a good team.
Just like that, the better team won. Yeah, they were.
That's like saying
They were
that. That's
good.
like
They had
saying
a
that
good
they were
season.
ass. That's like saying the 2016 Warriors were ass. They weren't ass. They just lost because of the team that they were playing. Just outperformed them. That's it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The better
That's
team
like saying
won.
that they're ass though. That's different. They just got outperformed.
I'm gonna say, put me against 2016 Curry. He doesn't drop a dime. I'm guarantee it.
Oh my, this. I actually can't believe what I'm hearing, man. CJ, am I alive? Like, is this real?
No, this is real. This is real. He said that he said that they were bonds. The Warriors were bonds in 2016 against the Cavs. That's what he just said.
They just played the team that wanted it more. That's the problem.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that.
My goat. That's my goat.
Yeah, we got
That's my
we
goat.
got the
Is that Michael
cameo.
Jordan right
Let's.
there?
That's fucking
That's my
MJ right
dad.
there. Hey, that's
was
an
all
MJ.
dad.
That was Obi. That's my dad.
Hey.
That's my goat.
That's
my goat.
OG. Hey, that's the OG.
That's
OG
You
right
see?
there.
That's goat. That's goat.
That's
Hey,
my
back
LeBron.
it.
That's my
Hey, that's
Kobe.
the OG, bro. Y'all know nothing about him. He was hooping Will Chamberlain numbers.
Yes, exactly. In the Filipino League, average 70 points a game.
It's a shame that cameras weren't on, man.
They ain't recorded.
Listen,
The
y'all
game
know
weren't
nothing.
recorded yet.
Nah, bro.
The cameras weren't made yet. Cameras
Nah,
weren't
not
made
yet.
Cameras weren't on
VHSs
yet.
didn't exist. Film
You know what I mean?
cameras
That's
didn't
fucking
exist.
old.
My boy, that's the elder, bro. He oversee the committee of like everybody now, like in the Philippines, man.
Oh hell yeah.
He's a high elected official, bro. Like every single good decision that's come from that, that come from him.
Him.
I gotta be very specific. Every good decision, all them bad ones, he went against that. All right. Put some respect on the GOAT right there. That's OG.
That's my dad.
There you go.
All right, let's get into this
Anyways.
box score, man. Let's get into this box score.
Yeah. So
Listen.
we were on Curry.
Yes, sir. My GOAT led
Okay,
the game
wait, hold on, yeah.
with 37. What?
Wait, hold on. I came to see what's up real quick. I gotta dip now again. I gotta handle more shit, and then if you guys are still on in the next 15, 30 minutes, I'll be back.
All right, sir.
Okay.
But yeah, good shit pods for holding it down. Curry, 3 points only. Ridiculous, embarrassing. Don't want to talk about it. Anyways, skip that topic.
Yeah.
You want to skip that game?
3 points, 1 for 10, 33 minutes in that game, and you're telling me he only had 3 points, dude. Like, how fucking embarrassing is that?
It's definitely was a shooting slump for him for sure.
I definitely gotta watch that. I gotta watch that over. Honestly, see what the fuck he was doing. If he was just chucking up shots, or if he was actually trying to score. That's
I
just
think
ridiculous.
some of them were probably maybe like 1 or 2 were chucked, but
That's just ridiculous.
Other than that, I think some of them were just struggles.
But good shit for the Rockets for holding him down, though, not letting him score.
I mean, the Rockets are a good team.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right. Pittsburgh Steelers are up, not against the Niners though. Sorry.
well, this hot takes from Serge.
Wait, a little NFL drop though. I honestly I'm gonna pay attention to the Pittsburgh Steelers next season for Elvis, because now they have what the fuck's his name?
Yeah.
DK. I want to see if he's gonna go crazy next season. I honestly want to see.
What are you thinking of?
Honestly, I think he will. If they're able to get like a QB, honestly, for DK, you don't really need a crazy ass QB. I don't know. I want to see. I gotta see this in action.
Right, so
You gonna log in living the Steelers like you would do with the Warriors, bro?
You
Like
said
you're
what?
logged in with this pod?
I am locked in with this
You
pod.
gonna lock in?
You gonna tune into the Steelers like you do with this pod, bro? Hey, I'll fuck with it. I'm gonna
Dude,
keep you to your word.
Trust.
All right.
Steelers will do good, but they won't do as good as the Niners. Remember that.
Ooh, there's some shade.
I'm sure.
All right, you guys get back to your Florida and who else was playing today?
Oh, we already covered it.
We're not even on that. Yeah.
We're on the NBA now. You guys cover
We
Warriors
on-
and
Yeah, we're covering Warriors.
Yeah.
just Elvis. Make sure he keeps it clean about Curry. All right, not too much on Curry.
What?
Not too much on Curry. All right,
You don't want to talk about the 3 points from Curry.
just keep it easy on Curry.
All right, bro. You go back to doing whatever you're doing, bro. It's good. I'm
We got it. We got it.
let the ball knowers talk ball, bro. Like,
Ball knowers.
yeah.
All right. All right.
All right.
I'll cover it. Don't research. I got you.
All right, Lakers suck. All right, bye.
Facts.
KFC, UFC.
Facts. Lakers suck. KFC,
Hey, what team
UFC,
am I? What team are we? What team are we?
Jollibee,
What team are
Lakers
we?
suck.
Wait,
What team are we?
Wait, Warriors,
Wait,
Lakers 2-1. Wait,
But what team are we? But what?
Elvis,
Wait.
Warriors-
What
Elvis,
team
Warriors,
are we?
Lakers 2-1. I forgot.
But what team are we?
Warriors
What team are
did,
we?
bro. The Warriors did.
Oh, okay, the Warriors.
The
did. What does it
Warriors
say on the
won.
What
paper?
team?
My
What team? What team?
Warriors
What
won.
team?
Oh,
Hey,
shit,
how
I
many points?
shit.
Hey, how many points did Curry score? How many
Yo.
points did Curry score?
37.
Who?
37.
No, in the Rockets.
37.
Rockets game.
37
Rockets
points.
game.
37
Rockets
points
game.
on
We're
Rockets.
not
game.
worried about that. We
Rockets
worried
game.
about the
Rockets game.
37.
Rockets game. What happened?
37 and
37
33.
points. That's all
Okay,
you
they
gotta
ain't gonna
know.
go that far. So he's
My
gonna
boy
keep
been
doing that.
hot.
They ain't gonna go that far if he's gonna do that against the Rockets.
37
Hey, that's who they're gonna play against. They
Because
That's a
we're
Jimmy
against the
Butler problem.
Rockets.
That's a Jimmy Butler
well, they might
problem,
play
bro.
against the Rockets. They might play against the Rockets. They might play
That's
against
a
the
Jimmy
Rockets.
Butler problem.
Warriors
Jimmy
in
Butler's
might
five.
play-
but-
Shannon Sharp's gonna start
They-
saying Warriors in 5. He's gonna start saying KFC,
hell
UFC, and whatever he says. Warriors in 5.
That don't work.
Yup. Look at Elvis. He's all happy. Look at that because the Warriors won. The Warriors won the matchup. Look at him.
I mean,
We're
it's just
winning
one
this
game,
series,
dog.
man.
It's one game. It's one game.
I like
It's
us
one
in a
game.
series.
That's why it's a series. That's why there's a series.
I like
Honestly,
us in
I'm
a
excited
series.
for that. Honestly, Warriors Lakers series. I'm excited.
Well, hopefully the Warriors don't fumble.
Hopefully the
Oh,
Lakers
fall
don't
out first
fumble,
round.
buddy.
Nah, we ain't fumbling.
Hey,
He's looking good
Okay.
right now.
Moses Moody.
If,
is Luka
if
Doncic's
anyone fumbles, it's
boogeyman.
gonna be like one bad game from Luca. It's gonna be like one bad game from Luca.
Not. Hey, Luka gonna be gangster till he see Moses Moody.
Yep. He gonna be gangster till GP3 locking that hole up.
GP3.
I mean, GP2. Sorry, my bad. I confused CP3 and GP3. My bad.
All right, bro. Just because you said that,
All right, get outta here,
Get out of here, bro. Nah, get this fool out of here, bro. That's a fake Warriors fan, bro. How you mess up GP2 for CP3, bro? Don't ever mention his name to me
Wait.
again.
There's injuries.
Who got? Who got hurt?
Austin Reeves out. LeBron out. Luca out. Rui Hachimura out.
Oh my!
Gabe Vincent's out. Bronny James is whatever. It's Bronny James. Our key pieces are out. For
Who
tomorrow's
the
game.
fuck is gonna play for the Lakers? Bro, are you guys gonna hold
Literally,
an
our
open
whole
tryout?
basically our starting lineup is gone. Luca, LeBron, Reeves. Our backup is gone. Gabe Vincent gone.
Bro.
Bronny James out. Oh my god.
Hey, to all the viewers watching, I just want to make an announcement for the Lakers.
Wait, is
They're
this
gonna be
real?
holding open court tryouts at
Is this real?
Crypto Arena. Hey, just bring your jersey. Anybody you know that can hoop, invite them, tell them to show up, man. As you can hear from CJ
real?
first. Hey, Lakers don't got anybody to play for them.
Look what I
So
just
if
put.
you are
Look
in
what I
the
put in
if you
news. Look what I put in the chat. In the news chat. The news chat.
let me
Look
see
at that.
this. Let me see this, man. Hold on. I gotta get this server on. Oh. Damn. Yeah, y'all might as well forfeit, man. You got nobody to play, bro. Y'all don't have nobody.
This is real because it's in the ESPN fucking shit. Look at this. This is real.
Yeah, y'all got nobody. You're so cooked.
Bro,
You're so
we just
cooked.
have what? We have what? Hayes Connect.
Y'all
Vanderbilt.
Y'all really won against OKC and said, "All right, we're good. We good." Like y'all, we don't gotta try.
I mean,
no
it's
more.
like these are not like major incidents. Like Hachimura is out. Like he's for sure out. These are like day-to-day stuff. The other people are like day-to-day. Like Luca, Reeves, and LeBron are all day-to-day. Gabe Vincent is day-to-day. Finley Smith.
I see
he's
groin
day-to-day.
injury from LeBron. I just know he gonna be out.
I mean, dude, it's been like that for how many years? Ever since he dunked on who was it? Ever since he dunked on Josh Hart
Yeah.
back in like what 2020. He's had that groin injury since then, dog. He's been having groin injuries. That's fucked. No. Shit.
If we're having groin injuries.
It's whatever.
So good. We can get back to the Warriors and Lakers game. I'm trying to take my victory lap here. So back to the box score. As I was talking, we were last on Steph Curry. But there's a notable guy we need to give our props to, which is Brandon Pajemski. Pods. AirPods. You know what I'm saying? Scored a career high 28 points, hitting 8 of 11 from the 3-point range, adding 5 rebounds and 3 assists. His 8 triples were a game changer, especially in the second quarter. Shout out Pods. This is the breakout that I've been wanting to see, man, for so long. Holy smokes. Like, you know what? I will say my thought. Well, we'll come back to Pods in a second, man. Let's go over all this box score first. We got Jonathan Kuminga, who contributed 18 points and 9 rebounds off the bench, providing energy and key buckets in the paint. We also got on the Lakers front end, we got LeBron with 33 points on 9 of 12 shooting, 4 of 5
right there.
from 3, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds. James kept the Lakers alive late, but couldn't overcome the deficit. We got Austin Reeves, who added 31 points, included 9 of 15 from the 3, and with 4 rebounds and 2 assists. His 9 threes tied a career high, but it just wasn't enough to overcome the Warriors. Rui Hachimura scored 24 points on an efficient 10 of 15 shooting, offering a strong presence on the inside. And, of course, Luka Doncic struggled with 19 points on 7 of 18 shooting, 0 of 6 from the 3, adding 6 assists and 4 rebounds. His off night hurt the Lakers' offense.
For sure, especially in that clutch. Especially
Indeed.
in the clutch where he tried to get that drive and he just loses the ball. Like, what?
I know, man.
Are you serious?
Some
Are you
storylines
serious?
from this game was, of course, Pajemski's AirPods breakout. The second-year guard's 8 for 11 night from 3 showcased his growing role as a reliable secondary scorer alongside Curry. Goes without saying, LeBron's near heroics, which is his efficient scoring and playmaking, which nearly sparked the comeback, but unfortunately the Lakers just couldn't capitalize on his efforts. We also have a Lakers three-point reliance because Reeves' 9 threes were a bright spot, but of course Luka's 0 for 6 from the deep
Love
and a lack
Reeves.
of bench production, only 12 points, hindered their attack.
I love my
Overall,
farmer.
I
You
believe,
love my farmer.
listen, man, it goes without saying, if there's one thing I can guarantee is anytime Steph and LeBron are in a matchup, it's just going to be
It's a game.
it's cinema,
It's a
man.
game. It's a game. It's a game.
This
Unless like
game,
one of the unless like key pieces are out, it's a game.
Like-
really, really key pieces are out.
this honestly felt like a playoff game right now. Like, this game from start to finish was just absolute cinema.
It was a good
Just
game.
from the game, just from
The
everybody,
injury,
man.
the injury at the start though, that kind of scared me. I ain't gonna lie.
You know
When
LeBron
he
was
came
not
out, I was like, damn. And then he came back in, I was like,
you know LeBron is not gonna miss a matchup against Steph, bro. That's just not
I mean,
happening.
it's a game. It's a game.
It don't matter, but it's against Steph.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a game.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying it was a game. It was a game.
I got you.
it was like a game, like a good game.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not saying that he was like, oh,
No. I
I mean-
know what you mean now. I was just like, wait, hold on.
no. I'm saying like it was good. It was good. I actually like this game. I watched like the final minutes and I was just like, damn. I saw Luka just do what he did, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Shout out
That was
Moses
like
Moody.
to put it like in a one possession game too. Like it was like a 3-point game, and he does that shit. Like I don't. It's whatever.
Moses Moody, AirPods. Listen, man, to see
They just gotta stay
the
consistent.
sophomore
If
slump.
they could stay consistent, then I think the Warriors they could do something. They can do something.
They absolutely
For sure.
can, man.
They can do
And
something.
that goes without saying, as
I think the West is really strong. The West is really strong.
it is. Shall we keep going with the West? Kind of pivoting
Yes,
from
sir.
this Warriors and Lakers game. We need to talk about the back-to-back that the Warriors faced with the Nuggets, because this game was also a nice little game here, with my
Oh, yeah.
Warriors showcasing their depth and resilience, overcoming a high-scoring first quarter from Denver to secure a 118-104 victory. Golden State trailed 44-36 after the first quarter, but took control in the second, outscoring the Nuggets 30-16 to lead 66-60 at halftime. Stephen Curry's scoring outburst in the third quarter and a balanced attack from the Warriors bench kept Denver at bay, despite Jokic's near triple-double. The win snapped a 9-game losing streak against the Nuggets and bolstered Golden State's position in the Western Conference playoff run, moving them to 45-31, just a half game behind the third-seeded Nuggets, 47-30 at that point, which was on Friday. Now, in terms of the box score, Steph this game led all scorers with 36 points on 13 of 24 shooting, including 4 of 11 from the 3, adding 5 assists, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. Curry's 19 points in the first half and 3-point play late in the game were pivotal. Also, another nice performance by AirPods himself, scoring 26 points on 10 of 14 shooting, hitting 6 of 9 from the 3, with 5 rebounds and 2 assists. His 13 points in the second quarter sparked the Warriors' halftime lead. Also, a nice performance from Jimmy Buckets, which contributed 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists, providing a steady presence despite a minor forearm strain that listed him as questionable. On the Nuggets side, we got the Jokic, who recorded 33 points on 13 of 17 shooting, 4 of 7 from 3 with 12 rebounds and 9 assists. Jokic kept Denver competitive but couldn't overcome the Warriors' depth. We also got Michael Porter Jr. added 23
PJ.
points, 9 rebounds, shooting 9 of 17, including 3 of 7 from the 3, offering a strong secondary scoring option. Chris Braun with a nice 16 points with 7 rebounds and 4 assists, while Aaron Gordon chipped in 15 points and 8 assists. Some key plays from, honestly, this game was first quarter with Denver erupting for 44 points, led by Jokic at 15, Gordon at 8, and Porter Jr. with 7, but the Warriors stayed close with 36-44. We also have a second quarter turnaround with the Warriors bench out rebounded Denver's 10-2, and Pajemski's scoring, which was 13 points, fueled a 30-16 run, flipping the game to a 66-60 halftime lead. Let's get into some storylines, and then we'll get into our thoughts. We got the Warriors' depth, which despite playing the night before against the Lakers in a classic matchup, Golden State's bench and role players outshined Denver's, with Butler and Pajemski stepping up big. On the flip side, this is also sparking a Nugget slide, with Denver dropped to their third straight game, hampered by injuries. Jamal Murray was questionable with hamstring issues and a lack of secondary scoring beyond Jokic and Porter Jr. CJ, this was great to see from the Warriors, considering how much the Nuggets have just honestly dominated us in just recent matchups.
For real. I mean, yeah, you guys were 0-9 against them the last 9, and then now you guys get Yos. So
I like this, man. And this is kind of going back to my point earlier before, like, when we have everybody contributing, right? This was the biggest issue that we had with the Warriors before, is that being overly reliant on Steph. Yes, it is Steph Curry, but at the same time, you can't win a championship just relying on Steph. You need bench guys who are going to be able to step up when needed. And honestly, these past 2 games against the Lakers and the Nuggets have both shown that when the bench players are in unison, when the starters are in unison, and when overall team chemistry and coaching is on point, the Warriors are a scary team in the West, man. And to be honest, it gives confidence to the fans like myself to say that the Warriors are scary, and we're not scared to face anybody so long as the Warriors are doing everything right. You know, as long as everybody is doing their job and a little bit more, I honestly like our chances against most teams. CJ, what do you think about the Nuggets right now?
the Nuggets are in I say they're in a good spot. Not the best. Once they start figuring out everything towards playoffs, especially like playoffs like Murray. Playoff Murray is a thing.
Playoff Murray's going to be huge, man. They're going to need him back.
Once if he could tap into that, I think they have a pretty good chance. Knowing that they can beat the Thunder. They could be OKC. Like, we saw it happen. Like, it was a pretty good game from Jokic right there. So I mean, if they could just get their players into playoffs mode, I think they have a good chance. Because we know what we seen from them.
Are you worried about the Nuggets right now heading into the playoffs?
No. If we do run into them, I think we do have a better chance this year than when we had 80.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean we have Luka, we got Jackson. I mean when Jackson Hayes played against Jokic, now 1 game, he limited him from what 3 of 13.
Yeah.
So if Jackson Hayes could just do that, if we could get him to do that, not like every consistent 3 of 13, but slow him down. I think if my Lakers play against the Nuggets, I'm more confident of the team that we have now than when we had 80.
Do you think, like, looking back at previous matchups between like the Lakers and the Nuggets, do you think AD was more of a detriment
I mean, we have to get him into certain spots. You got to give him the ball, get him. You know, it. He's a good player. I'm not saying that he's terrible, but I think the system that we had around like I think it was very slow, and we had to take it into our own pace. But sometimes that pacing was iffy. You know, especially when I watch those games. I watch those games. I'm like, damn, what the fuck are we doing? Right? We just give 80 the ball. He goes to work for like 8 seconds, and then he has to chuck something up. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes that's what the play was like, and you know, he just couldn't stop. We also had him at a spot where he's our second option, where LeBron, where he was probably even our first option. You could even say that we gave him the ball, he goes to work, and then he has to guard Jokic. You know, stuff like that. I
Yeah.
think we give him too much of a load than what he was able to handle.
So I guess given this, man, and then obviously given, this one game performances that the Warriors had against the Nuggets, how would you feel about seeing them in a matchup if the
The
seeding everything
Warriors
aligned?
Nuggets.
Yeah, for playoffs.
I'd say it's definitely a fight. It would either go to 6 7 games, obviously, like no brainer. But I think it just depends on how everything lays out because we like Murray was out. We didn't see too much of Murray. See what happens then, you know,
Yeah.
because once we see like, because we don't know who's gonna be out or in for playoffs, so anything could happen.
That's
So
fair. I think just kind of given this from a Warriors fan, just seeing this from afar. Um, Look, we had a nice performance against the Nuggets. They also had a nice performance against us. I mean, we can't ignore that, and that was without a Jokic and Murray. That was just
1-2 punch, yeah, just without their
exact
1-2 like their key 1-2 punch,
exactly. That
it's
was just Aaron Gordon just fucking dogging us on, and Westbrook. That was
he
tough
did
to
he
see.
did stuff. He did
Yeah,
stuff.
we don't talk about that, but I think given like a fully healthy and strong Warriors off like the way pretty much they're playing right now, and on top of that, you give the Nuggets their 1-2 punch. I think this could be set up for a really exciting series, taking it up all the way towards a game 6 or even a game 7, honestly.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
why game 6 is more. I could see a game 6 more, but game 7 is definitely up there as well.
no, for
Thinking,
sure. It's just like I think it gets to that point because we've seen dominant performance from both teams when they've played against each other.
oh yeah.
But we've also seen like both of them kind of shitting the bed too.
Well, yeah, one being injuries or one player just doesn't perform, but sometimes it's ball, right?
when
It's
things
ball.
don't when
Stuff
things
happens.
don't happen and when things don't come together, I mean, that's just sort of what the result's gonna be, man. And so
It's basketball at
ideally,
the end of the day.
I think ideally you don't want to go against the Nuggets, but if it happens, it's not the worst thing in the world. I am getting more confidence with that as and it's one of the things you got to consider with the current playoff seeding as things begin to shape up. But I think that's all the games the Warriors played this weekend. I'm pretty sure. So
The Rockets game.
what? No, what game? What are you talking about?
The Rockets game. Anyways, Houston Rockets handled the
What?
Warriors in their first home loss to Houston since
I
February 2020, winning the matchup 106-96 in a matchup of Western Conference contenders.
said.
Right now, Houston is a team that they definitely secured a spot in their division, right? Uh
I mean, they got playoffs
and
confirmed already.
yeah, yeah,
Clinched.
they're playoff confirms. That they're not guaranteed spot of that, but they are definitely confirmed to be playoff, like in the playoffs.
They clinched the
And
playoff
Golden
spot.
State,
No.
they definitely did. 'Cause no matter, because they have a they clinched in their 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 conference, right? Meaning that they obviously they got a spot for sure. Golden State had an early lead, 36-24. After scoring High scoring first quarter, but faltered in the second, where Houston's defense took over, outscoring the Warriors 38-24 in that second quarter to lead them at half 60-62. The Rockets maintained control in the second half, limiting the Golden State Warriors to 36 points after the break, while their balanced attack and physicality overwhelmed the Warriors. Steph Curry, um, shaky night, very, very shaky night. Bad shooting, shooting night for him, and Houston's athleticism and length just kind of messed up the Warriors there. And their 10-1 home stretch against Houston is gone. Box scores Dylan Brooks, Rockets. Right, he's on the Rockets. So he had 24 points, 10 of 17 shooting, including a 4 from 7 from the 3-point line. And he had a chill little 2 steals, 3 rebounds. He was playing some D. He had some D there.
Me and my homie say fuck Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, fuck Dylan Brooks. Hey,
Dylan Brooks.
Hey, I'll be with that one. I mean, he's an NBA player. He's better than us. Whatever. But at the end of the day, Dylan Brooks is Dylan Brooks. Honestly, not having a bad season. But yeah, other than that, we have Jalen Green, who scored 21, 8 of 17, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Jalen Green is actually not too bad of a basketball player. He's like this. He's like a Jordan Poole type of scoring.
He loved his older baby
nice
mamas
game.
though.
Hey,
Shout out Jerry
Jalen.
Michelle. I know that's like we
Shout out, dog.
Like we both knew what we was we were both knew what we was about to say.
Shout out Jalen Green, dog. We love Jalen Green. Especially that one video in that dorm. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yo, we love Jalen Green.
Shout out Jalen Green.
Anyways, back to back score Alfred Sengun. I actually love his game. What I'm seeing from him.
Hey, it's all love
Really
to
good
these
player.
players. I'm just coping hard over this loss, man.
19 and 14 of 9 of 16 shooting. I mean, the lineup was definitely small for the Warriors. It's kind of hard to stop a guy that's almost 7 foot. Alfred Sengun is just he is a good player. Definitely a key piece of the Rockets. Jabari Smith Jr. 16 points off the bench, shooting 50%, 7 of 14, 2 of 6 from the 3, 6 rebounds, and he was almost not able to play to his ankles, but it's okay. It's all good. All good. Now, Buddy Hield surprisingly led the Warriors in scoring with 20 points, 8 of 15, going 4 from 9 from the 3. Not bad of a game from Buddy Hield for sure.
We need that at least.
Odds still on his scoring run right here for 19, 7 of 12, and 5 of 8 from 3. With 4 rebounds. I mean, he was hot for a bit. But, it's still a good performance from him. Now, this is the one where upset about. I'm even upset about this. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even a Warriors fan. I'm upset about seeing. When I saw this, I was like, shit, bro. That's actually unfortunate. Steph Curry, 3 points, 1 to 10, 1 to 3 from 3. 8 assists, 2 rebounds in 33 minutes. That is actually heartbreaking to see from Warriors side. I mean, Steph Curry is a fucking basketball player, like a hell of a basketball player. He's a great player. But seeing this performance is kind of tough. This is coming from a fucking Lakers fan.
I did everything I could. All I know is that I put everything on the court, man. I did everything I could. I represented. I showed out. I showed out, bro. I went to SB. Brought my Steph jersey. Fought some bronze sexuals out there. Some Magic fans, some Celtics fans, bro. I I had to represent the name on my back.
And then this is what happened. The day that you come, the next day you come back, this happened.
That parking
Which-
ticket was already enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now the Warriors are now number 6, I believe, in the West. I think they're only like a game behind whoever's like 4th seed because right now I think they're tied. As of now, as from what I know, I think right now like there's like 3 teams tied. Yeah, okay, there's 3 teams tied: Clippers, Warriors, and oh, whoa!
Pretty
Wait,
much
never
the-
mind. Wait,
The 3rd and the 6th seed are all open right now.
all the way from fifth to 8th seed is like all tied up right
Yeah, it's like it can go any way right now. This
Yeah.
is like the most
now.
open it is.
And then they're only 2 games behind the Lakers. Nuggets right now on a losing streak, 4-game losing streak. The last 10 is actually 3-7. So I think the Warriors could go up in ranking, like in seeding. They definitely could. They definitely could. But yeah, some unfortunate stuff.
What happened to my Warriors, man?
I mean, it's the Rockets. I mean, they're showing why they're number 2. I think, especially like the players they have. We didn't really expect this much out of them. I mean, Elvis, you can't lie. Like when you
Sorry.
look at the Rockets, you don't expect like these performances out of them, right? And then
Low key, when you got Imu Doka and Dylan Brooks, bro, on that team, it's like that's literally the energy. That's perfect.
I mean, yeah, but on paper you don't see like a go-to player like that. But
Oh
then
no, 100%, bro. Like low
on
key.
paper they don't look the best team, but like I mean they're showing why as an organization they're just hooping, you know?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I think like you gotta give credit to Imu Doka. Like he's in his bag right now. Like he clearly felt personal or felt away after the whole Celtics debacle, and like dude is just on the like fuck the world tour. You know, he's just like, all right, y'all wanted me out. Houston wanted me, so let's go. Like that's kind of like this culture that he built. Like when you bring somebody like Dylan Brooks, who's already like the villain of the league, man. I feel like that's the tone you want, and like you can feel that with like the rest of the team. They're like feeding off that, you know.
Yeah.
Cause all throughout that game, it was just like it was a lot of back and forth, bro. It was a lot of getting in people's heads, you know. Like obviously we got Draymond for that, but
He's
that's just Draymond.
starting
Like,
to age. He's starting to age.
and this is the Rocket, bro. This is Houston. Like this is a young team, you know.
Oh, hell yeah. I think all they're missing right now is playoff experience. Which
That's
I
really
think
it.
right now. I mean, they have Dylan Brooks, but like, will that be enough for the Rockets to really make a push, a run? in the
I mean,
playoffs?
if they do, holy shit, like that'll surprise me.
Props to them then. Props to them then. Because I don't think
Because I think they're.
anybody expected this. I'm gonna
Because
be
I
honest.
think, yeah, no, I think their ceiling is like the semifinals.
Do you think? I feel like they could definitely get to the conference final. Yeah, the conference. At least the conference.
I don't see them getting past it though.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I could see them definitely getting there. I don't know about being in the finals, but I could definitely see them getting there. Just because I don't know if I could, without like that playoff experience, I don't know if they're going to be able to.
But that's
Get to
low key why
finals.
I was saying like, if anything, maybe semifinals. Like that
Yeah.
lack of playoff experience just might kind of like make everything collapse.
Anything goes, you know.
That's true. I mean, when it's the playoffs,
I mean
anything
that
happens.
that 2012 Thunder team made it to the finals without too much experience there. I mean, anything could happen. That Thunder team was really young. with Harden, KD, Westbrook. That team that was a really young team.
Whatever, man.
Anyways,
I'm done talking about the Houston Rockets. Let's move on, bro. Let's
OKC.
Lakers and the OKC. Listen, man. It was a heartbreaking loss, that last matchup we had, but I'll give credit where credit is due. Lakers took care of business, man, against the potential fraud alert, fraud watch OKC, man. Listen,
I mean,
the Lakers.
low-key, these high seeding teams right now, especially the Cavs. I'm not saying that the frauds, but they're starting to crack a little bit.
You think the Cavs?
I'm not saying that frauds. I'm saying that they cracked a little bit. I mean, you saw that little stretch that they had. They were on a 3-game losing streak.
No, I know what you mean, but I'm like, damn.
I'm not saying that they're. I mean, they're a really solid team. We know what they could do, but that little stretch there was like kind of scary. I ain't gonna lie.
Not wrong. I mean, listen, man. Let's stick it with the Lakers and OKC. I mean, Lakers delivered a statement. That was a statement win against the top seeded Thunder, leading wire to wire in a 126-99 rout. Los Angeles tied a franchise record with 22 made three-pointers, shooting 22 of 42%, 52.4% from beyond the arc, while their defense held OKC to just 34% shooting, 34 of 100. The Lakers jumped out of to a 36-24 lead after the first quarter and never looked back, extending their advantage to as many as 29 points. Luka Doncic's playmaking and LeBron James' all-around brilliance led a balanced attack with key contributions from role players sealing the blowout. This win snapped a 3-game losing streak against OKC this season and bolstered the Lakers' standing in the Western Conference playoff race. Going on to the box scores, you got Luka Doncic with recording a 28 points on 10 of 18 shooting, 4 of 7 from the 3 with 9 assists and 6 rebounds. His ability to dismantle OKC's switching defense with blow-bys and precise passing fueled the Lakers' offensive explosion. Next up, we got LeBron with 25 points on 9 of 14 shooting, 3 of 5 from the 3, adding 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals. James set the tone early and remained a steady force throughout, with Austin Reeves also scoring 22 points, hitting 6 of 10 from the 3, with 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Reeves' sharp shooting exploited OKC's scrambling defense. And can't forget about Dorian Finney-Smith, who added 14 points off the bench on 5 of 6 shooting, 4 of 5 from the 3, and a game-high plus 28 plus or minus, anchoring the Lakers' defensive effort. And on the OKC side, we got Shai leading OKC with 27 points on 10 of 22 shooting, with 5 assists and 4 rebounds. But unfortunately, his aura could not spark a comeback against LA's onslaught. We also got.
Now, may I add, he had no free throws that game.
Oh.
May I add, he had no. I don't think he had free throws that game. Did he?
You don't say.
Did he have? I don't think he had free throws that game. From what I saw, I don't think he had free throws against.
No. No.
From what I've seen,
there was a lack. That was the thing absent, I would say. And listen, man.
Yeah, last game I don't think he had free throws. Yeah, he had 0.
That's what I'm saying, man. Let's revisit that. Let's get on. Let me go back to.
There was a play that he almost got free throws, but the ref reviewed it.
He said
there was no foul.
He said, "Nah, we're not gonna let that free throw merchant get one in."
No. And it actually wasn't a foul. Luka, he kind of just put his hand up, and they kind of just blew the whistle. They saw him put the hand up, blow the whistle. Like, come on, man.
Blow the whistle. Listen, they didn't want to let the free throw merchant win. But we'll put Shai in the back burner for a bit. We'll come back to him later. We got Jalen Williams, who scored 18 points on 6 of 15 shooting, going 8 of 8 from the free throw line with 6 rebounds, and struggled from deep. He went 1 of 5. But you got Chet Holmgren, was limited to 12 points on 5 of 14 shooting with 8 rebounds and 2 blocks as the Lakers' physicality disrupted his impact, man. Let's go over some.
Yeah.
It was tough.
Chet. Skinny.
It's Chet, bro. Like, can't really do much. But
He not too tall, but like he tall, but like he's not like Wembanyama type of tall where he could just shoot everybody.
helps
Yeah.
when you go over these notable performances, which is starting with the first one, the Lakers 3-point shooting. I mean, we kind of briefly went over this. Tying a franchise record with 22 threes, LA's perimeter attack overwhelmed OKC's top-ranked defense, 107.5 defensive rating entering this game. You also have Luka Doncic's mastery, which was described as honestly his best all-around game as a Laker. Doncic shredded OKC's switches, creating open looks for teammates and finishing with flair. What do you think about that?
Definitely definitely one of his better games. Definitely one of his better games. I mean, there was a game that was better, I feel. But that was just him scoring.
I feel
But
just
as
like
an all around everywhere, like he did everything, like yeah.
that was probably like a pretty polished game from Luka there.
Oh yeah.
You also have
It
your
was
role
a
players
different
stepping up,
game.
man.
Oh yeah.
Finney Smith and Gabe Vincent off the bench.
I mean, yeah, their defense, especially Finney Smith, kind of like his defense. He's definitely a defensive guy that we needed.
You
For
know,
sure.
Vincent also did his thing, contributing 9 points.
Yep.
And
He's
also,
not bad. I mean, it's still not like he Gabe Vincent, the hype
no,
that he had in him.
yeah,
But
obviously he's
it's
not.
still a good performance from him. I ain't gonna hate.
It's good to know that he didn't
Okay, yeah.
disappear, man.
Yeah.
He's still, it's still
He's
hitting
he's
in
still a
there.
good player. He's still a good role player.
Solid.
Sometimes it's just not the best that we see from him every time. It's not like he's a consistent type of guy.
That's fair, man. But you also can't ignore the OKC's struggles, man, because their
Oh yeah.
offense, which is typically efficient, shot a season low 34% from the field and 8 of 35, 22.9% from the three. And kind of like we were talking about Chet, man, just unable to counter LA's physicality.
I mean, when you have actual, this is definitely gonna sound like hate, but I think the refing wasn't too bad. Like the refs weren't too bad in this game.
How you say that?
I don't know, man. They had some. There was probably like a couple calls, but that could be made. But at the end of the game, like at the end of the day, it's kind of hard to ref, especially like when everything's going. When you're seeing everything on the court happen, you got to watch like what 10 people on the court because it could be offensive fouls, defensive fouls. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Refs still be tripping, though.
Some of them probably a couple calls that could have been made, but at the end of the day, I think definitely a good one. Especially that overturned against Luca and SGA. So.
For sure, man. I mean, goes without saying. As the old adage goes, like Lakers, man, they handled business. This win honestly was really great for them. For OKC, man, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. But I think
Tough loss.
some things will be cleared up to us going over these storyline points. Obviously, we talked about the statement win. After losing all 3 prior meetings this season, including a 101-93 game on November 29th, the Lakers proved they could hang on and dominate the West's number 1 seed, 64-14 entering the game, proving to 48-30. We also got playoff implications here. I mean, this victory pulled the Lakers within 1.5 games of the number 4 seed and kept them in contention to avoid the play-in, with 4 games left in the regular season. You also have the Doncic and James duo, which the pairing showcased its full potential here, combining for 53 points, 15 assists, and 14 rebounds. Honestly, raising expectations for a deep playoff run, which, as a Warriors fan, it's pretty hard to deny that, yes, the Lakers are further cementing themselves as a team that could honestly have a real shot at going at a deep playoff run here.
Oh, for sure. All right. Playoff or like finals is kind of definitely less of a chance, but getting a good playoff run I can see that.
I mean, you guys went from play-in to now we gonna
like a potential contender. Like
yeah,
I
like
mean,
you're gonna make some noise in the playoffs
I
for
mean,
sure.
even you got even your Warriors. Like we both went from damn, we might not even make play-ins
Yeah,
to now we're both up there.
pretty much,
We're
man.
just like a play-in team, and then now we're both up here,
Yeah, like
which
I
is a
wouldn't
good
even say
turnaround for this season.
for sure, man. Especially like the Warriors' trajectory from the since the beginning of the season. That's been an
Oh yeah,
interesting one going. But let's not forget this one key detail with OKC because I don't want to cut them some slack. Can't let them off the hook that easy. You know, the Thunder were riding a 10-game winning streak, and they suffered their worst loss of the season against the Lakers, exposing vulnerabilities against elite offenses as they prepare for a rematch with the Lakers on Tuesday, April 8th.
which we covered earlier today.
Them injuries, nothing's confirmed
Hey,
outside.
yeah, I mean it's on ESPN, dog. It's on ESPN.
I saw the report, but who was the only one that was confirmed out? Was it
I
Hachimura or?
mean these are no, they're all out. They're all out. Like, but
But it
they
said they were
the
questionable.
day no, these are the day to days are questionable. So
Okay,
the one that's guaranteed out is Rui
yeah,
because me. Max Kleber, he's definitely out as well. Um, and a lot of questionable players for tomorrow. LeBron James, Gabe Vincent, Vinny Smith. Mainly the people that we mainly covered today are out for
yeah,
that OKC game. Luca, LeBron, Reeves, like Gabe Vincent, Vinny Smith. Like those were the guys that we talked about today, and they're questionable. Kind of scary.
kind of scary. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. Like, kind of, we were going back talking about like these top seeds, man. I don't know about Cleveland, but I know OKC is definitely they've definitely had like a discussion sparked between being on fraud watch, just considering how their season went off building and stacking off wins against a lot of like not great teams.
They're, I mean, I, I don't know.
That's the thing, man, is like when it comes to the
I mean,
teams and
yeah, I
how
feel
good
like they
they'll
have
do.
the narrative of. So you think they have like the same narrative as the Knicks, kind of, is what you're saying? Where the Knicks
Essentially,
can't really can't
I mean
perform against
I
50
think
plus teams.
The Knicks are more in that boat than OKC is, but I just think that OKC is definitely leaning in that direction, man.
I see, I see.
And so that's why I'm like, I still think they'll do good, but it's something to look out for sure.
I see.
Like, there's a lot of other teams that are playing hot, and I think that's really what's gonna determine to like a lot of these teams and how well they do is which teams these last like 4 games of the season like are gonna end off hot and which ones are gonna end up not doing great.
I see.
But yeah, man, that pretty
Central
much
eliminated.
yeah, I was about to say we should that's pretty much all the NBA news, but we do want to cover in some little nuggets, as I like to call it, of news. And kind of like my CJ was saying, man, Suns are eliminated from the play-in. With Sacks win means Suns are out. CJ. With a team
Disappointed.
that
I'm kind of
consists of
disappointed.
Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Bradley Beal and
Kind of
Bobo.
disappointed. You gotta be disappointed.
I'll feel for Suns fans, man. The bar was high. And
I
that
mean,
team's a joke.
it's, ugh. It's not looking it. Man, you guys lost to like some pretty like some games that you guys should have taken for sure.
Yeah.
Just as a team, can't just throw in players like this. Like just pure scoring machines and just expect to win.
Right.
You need to have like some depth. You need to have more than just your three core guys. It's a team game, right? You can't just rely on the KD scoring, Devin Booker scoring, and I don't know if you could say Bradley Beal scoring, but yeah, it's looking kind of tough. It's tough for them.
Where do you think KD goes this offseason?
Yo.
KD's not
That's
saying
definitely a
that.
different top. There's definitely we could talk about that topic on a different time, but
Yeah.
I definitely got to think about that. We got to think about that.
All right.
'Cause,
We will
I mean, I could
rain
throw
check
in
that topic.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Maybe like put it as a short or something. We'll talk about it in a different time. I don't know if you want what you want to do with that, but if you want to just talk about it next
We
next
can
week,
we
we could
could.
talk about it next week.
Yeah, I think it all depends on like because I think we'll have time. I mean, next week will be more like
'Cause,
previews of playoffs and
yeah,
whatnot. So I guess we will
I
reserve
mean,
that more for like the off season, I suppose. Off season talk.
let's see.
But
This season, Bradley Beal has been averaging 17 points. Now, when you look at his contract and a no trade clause,
oof.
yeah, yeah. Anyways,
Good luck with that,
uh,
Suns fans. Not our problem.
I'm just,
CJ,
I mean, he
that's not our
he's a good
problem.
player when he's about that. He is a good player. When you look at like Wizards Beal, he is a player. He was that guy. He was that guy back when he was
But the thing,
on
he's
the
not, he
Wizards.
not
But
that guy
now,
no more.
yeah, cause like you have to stand behind three other scorers or two other scorers. Sorry, within Devin Booker and KD, which I don't know what their fucking first option is.
I don't know either. And I think that's the problem. Something that the Suns front office are going to have to figure out because
I mean,
time
they
is ticking.
lost yesterday really badly by almost 20 points.
Hey man, if you're the Suns front office, it don't hurt to pray. Because I know them jobs are up in the air. That's all y'all can do,
I mean,
man.
especially on Friday, 1 point in 30 minutes.
Yeah, man. That tells me all I need to know about the Suns, bro. Just man, you don't
One
need no
point.
more. You don't need no analysis from us, man. That stat right there tells you all you need to know. The Suns are cooked, and the fans
And
deserve
prior to
better.
that, when he played on the 16th of March, 4 points.
All right, bro. Yeah, we're done talking about the Suns. That's not worth our time, man. Y'all got a lot to figure about. But you know what is? The end of an era. Julio Jones retiring, man.
I knew about him. I knew that guy. Not actually, but like personally, but like I knew about him in the NFL for sure.
I think it was hard to not know who he was, bro. Like, because when we think about it, like prime Julio Jones was like around the end of Fairwood, because that's when he got drafted, and then pretty much up till like now.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Like that was the guy. I mean, for me it was AB, but like Julio Jones was the all like the one receiver, like, hey, you don't play with him.
I knew
And
about him. And I only know basketball, so that says something.
exactly, man. Like
That says
that's
something.
from our that's our childhood. Julio Jones, he one of the staple guys.
Yes, sir.
It's a shame. I don't know. Oh no, he did get a ring with the Eagles. He did. I'm pretty sure he got a ring. Because that would suck if he didn't.
Let's check.
I think he did.
No,
Pretty
he
sure.
does not.
That is a shame. I really thought he had a ring, bro.
Fortunately, he does not.
But
Some people, I mean, I can't even believe that he don't got one.
I would have thought, like, those last couple of years when he was ring chasing, like, one of those teams he would have gotten a ring for. Because, I mean,
Fortunately,
he was
did
on the
not.
Eagles. I think he was on the Bucks. So I would have thought he got or I think he might have just joined on the wrong year. That could have been it. But, that goes without saying. 914 receptions, 13.7K receiving yards, averaging 15 yards per reception, 66 receiving touchdowns, 40 rushing attempts, 228 rushing yards, and 67 total touchdowns, with one of them being rushing and 66 being receiving. Pretty fucking fire stat line. And then you also add his postseason stats of 77 receptions, nearly 1K receiving yards, and 7 receiving touchdowns. He's a great man.
That's a definitely a good career right there.
That's
I
a
see that.
pretty damn good career. Now, Hall of Fame worthy is up for
That's a discussion.
debate. And that is a discussion for sure. I don't know necessarily if we're going to put him up in the Hall of Fame. I think he makes a pretty damn good argument as being one of the all-time great receivers. I just don't know if they're going to put him first ballot. And listen, as much as I love Julio Jones, I'm just trying to think through the lens of these NFL executives and the people who make the votes for the Hall of Fame. And that is one of the things where I'm just like, they're probably going to take into consideration championships, like, unless he was just, you know, it was tough for sure, because towards
Oh,
the end of his career, he did take a drop off, wasn't really there and prominent, but
just real quick, since we're talking about Hall of Fame, real quick, just Carmelo Anthony and Dwight Howard were actually nominated for Hall of Fame.
you know what? That is actually great that you bring that up. I totally forgot to include that. That is, of course, important to bring up, man. Listen, y'all. Dwight, I mean, y'all know
Dwight
where I
Howard.
stand with him. He on my all-time team, man. I drafted him for a reason.
He did. He did. Dwight Howard, when he was his last couple years, especially with the Lakers on that 2020 run, that was a really good run, especially for just us as a team. But now we're talking about like early Magic.
Magic Dwight,
That guy,
man.
that guy was a different. That guy was different.
He
He was a
was.
different guy.
Listen, it
I mean,
goes.
the accolades speak for itself. He had what deploy like twice or something like that. I mean,
It's Dwight, bro. Like, how
and
do you
then
not know
Melo.
Dwight? And then Melo, listen, that I don't think you really need to say much about Melo, bro.
It's
Like,
Melo. It's
it's fucking
fucking Car.
Carmelo.
It's Carmelo. Like you got the jab steps, the face up jabs. Ugh.
Like,
And
this
then
dude
I mean,
was fucking smooth with the ball, bro.
he had a nice game. He had a nice game, especially like early on. His athleticism definitely fell off,
Yeah,
but
but
like
and that's the thing.
even that,
People are gonna give him not
but
because
he's
like late in the career, but like you just can't take away what he did, bro. He was nice with
he
it.
was a good player. He was a great player, an awesome player.
So like,
I like Melo, especially
fuck
in
yeah,
2K. I love playing 2K Melo, 2K Carmelo Anthony, especially like 20, 2K 13, 2K like 12.
the Carmelos.
No, I love playing Carmelo in those 2Ks. Those are my favorite 2Ks.
That's childhood right there, bro.
Anyways,
Like, grew up with Carmelo.
anyways, um,
Moving on to that, but
yeah,
I felt that was very important to bring up. Just some quick NFL stuff to kind of close off this pod. Bengals don't want to pay Trey Hendrickson, which is wild to me. How you gonna pay Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, but then your VP says some shit as wild as at some point he gonna have to be satisfied with what he gets. Basically saying we're not gonna make you the all-time highest paid D end, even though you were literally the sack king and your stats showed for it. And hey man, this is why the Bengals are a poverty franchise. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. Steelers still run the North. Bengals gonna bangle. Don't matter what offense they have. If their
they don't have
defense
Nick
is
Chubb.
cooked,
They don't have Chubb no more.
Yeah. They don't have Chubb, CJ. That's a
They
great
don't got Chubb no more.
That's a great observation, man. Do you talk about the Browns?
Oh, whoops.
See, I personally, as a Steelers fan, I love it though. I love it when you confused it because the Bungles
Yo, I
and the
don't. But
Browns,
listen. They the same thing. They both gotta be
and
both and teams. You know.
they both trash.
But I love Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb's my guy.
They both trash.
I love Nick Chubb though. You like Nick Chubb?
No,
Oh, come on, man.
hell no. I had to play. We had to face them twice a year.
How'd that go?
Fucking awful. I will say, I feel bad for him, bro, because fuck, he did get that crazy injury against us.
Yeah.
Like, I get people are going to knock on Minka, bro, but it was just one of those plays. Like, it was just you hate to see it. You hate to see it. But I'm thankful
Man.
he's out of the North because I don't mind dealing with them. So I hope he gets picked up. I hope he gets a fat contract. Just nowhere near the North. And lastly, Dolphins left tackle Teron Armstead has retired. You know, I ain't surprised. With the many concussions that Tua got, and with the Dolphins just seemingly unwilling to invest in the offensive line, in a quality offensive line for Tua, man. I think they're just giving up. Teron Armstead was probably like the one bright spot of that line, and he just like, enough is enough, bro. I'm out. Give me my Miami and BB. No, I'm just playing. That's a fan. He a family man. I
Solid
mean, he
Steelers,
got
man.
the accolades for it, bro. 5 Pro Bowl selections, 1 All Pro honors, and a 92.1 PFF grade. He had a good run, man. And retiring at the age that he is definitely took me by surprise. I thought he'd be in the league for a couple more years, but health is wealth,
Like you
man.
said, like 3 years.
Yeah, and especially with the with how much money that NFL athletes are making, why wouldn't you want to, retire earlier? Save your body, prevent it from taking, or even just getting into a life-altering injury. Career-ending injury. You walk away from the game in good health. Potentially saving you from CTE shenanigans later down the road. So I'm for it, man. The only thing is, hey, Tua, you gotta start praying, bro, because you literally got no offensive line, man. I don't know who's gonna protect you. Like, Dolphins gotta, they might have to hold tryouts, bro, for all the big boys.
All right, I'm gonna do some quick shout outs real quick. Shout out Benji. That's all right.
That's
JC
it.
dog.
Oh,
Shout out Benji.
I was like, wait, are we talking about that Benji? Are we talking about different Benji? I was like,
No, shout out JC dog Benji.
it's so random, but it's also not. Shout out Benji.
Yeah, shout out Benji. Shout out JoJo. Devin's cat. I think that's Devin's cat. I forgot the days. Where is it? Fuck, I don't remember him. I think it is JoJo. And then shout out Santos.
What happened to Meow Meow?
Oh yeah, I think he's just big now.
Big fat Meow Meow.
I think he's just big. Like I saw a picture, like I seen him recently, and like goddamn. He went for meow.
I wonder if he's a. Damn, you got that big back meow, bro.
Yeah, he went meow. Give me my food.
He like, give me my food. I'm hungry. I
Yeah.
ain't no cat. I'm a hungry hippo.
Yes, sir.
I wonder if they ever took him to the vet. Like,
I think they did.
what would their reaction be? It's like the vet's like, yeah, your cat's fat.
No, ain't it obvious? Like,
Ain't it obvious, man?
ain't it obvious, dog? Like, shout out him.
How many
Shout out
cats do
them
they have
dogs.
now?
Shit, I think it's like 2, 3.
Oh,
Not that much. If you include Meow Meow JoJo, I think there's one more. I don't remember.
I thought they had a lot more. You know.
Nah.
I think that was Santos that had hell of them, huh?
Yeah, Santos did. We need to get him on here one time, just because it's Santos. feel like
I just
it's
want to
funny.
know the lure because of the cats. That's probably the only thing we can bring them on for.
Just get the names.
Unless they wanna become a sports fan or something, bro. Like,
Maybe we could have him for esports.
I mean, shit. If they follow it, yeah, I'm down.
I could cover that shit. I know like Valorant esports, but that's pretty much it. I don't really follow esports like that.
I don't either.
Maybe a little. I know a little bit of CS, but
I've been so out of the CS game for so long, man.
I know Stewie 2K playing again.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's valid.
I think
That's
he's on.
valid.
I think he's on Liquid. I think he's on Liquid. Let me double check that.
Got you.
You know Stewie. Oh, Stewie 2K. Yeah, he's on Liquid right now.
By the way, this is just
I mean,
our
that's just
weekly's Steelers QB check-in. We still do not have a quarterback signed to this day. We are getting real like 2 weeks away from the draft and we still don't have a QB signed. Great
now.
job,
You
Steelers
still
front
think
offense.
you still think that Aaron Rodgers is still?
At this point, bro, it fucking better be. You know, send Cam
I
Hayward and
think
send Mike Tomlin over to do the ayahuasca retreat with them. Like, we need a fucking quarterback because we are so cooked, bro. Like, literally, I can't even do a fucking mock draft because it's like, who the fuck am I supposed to take? Because we have so many needs right now. It's like, but the biggest need is the quarterback. And it's like, if we sign Aaron Rodgers, we don't got to draft a QB. But if we don't have a QB that's Aaron Rodgers, we got to draft one. But then we got to put our other needs behind. And then that just messes with everything because you go from trying to win now to a full on rebuild. And that is the never ending cycle of being a Steelers fan. So, welcome to my world. That is all the Steelers talk on this pod because I don't want to think about them, man. I want to think about my Warriors. Let's focus on them. But yeah,
Warriors.
indeed. I think that is pretty much it for this pod, man. Pretty much covered everything we did. Listen, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this banger that we brought out for y'all today, man. We definitely cooked with this one. I personally feel with it like that. Y'all let us know in the comments below if y'all want certain topics, certain teams that you feel like we not showing enough love to, that you guys want us to highlight more. Let us know in the comments. Also, be sure to follow us on all our socials. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. Obviously, you watching us here on YouTube. We got YouTube Shorts, man. If you guys like the content, man, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to share this with your friends, your family, your dogs, your auntie's pet turtle, all of that good stuff. And
Auntie's friend, best friends, nephew, uncles, granddaughter,
your baby
in-law.
mamas. And with that being said, me and CJ will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.